Deleting games at the speed of sound. Preserving the PS name. And God of War still coming out in 2022? Extra, extra, hear all about it!
Hey guys, welcome to the podcast with computer issues every other week. I'm the Dean of Games, the Dean Slater if you're on Twitter or Twitch, and joining me is twitch.tv/LMJ the Hitman.
Howdy.
How are you doing today, Landen?
Doing really good. I really haven't been playing too many games, unfortunately, but been, pretty actively busy.
Yeah.
Constantly something going on. So
I understand that.
I'm staying busy, and weather's getting better, so weather affects my attitude.
Yeah, I think it affects everyone's attitude to some extent, but yeah, it's been very nice. So I've been going to the park with the kids too.
Nice.
It helps when I gotta transfer a bunch of files off of a computer, so there's a lot of downtime. But of course, Landon is not the only co-host I have. I'm also joined by Somber Puppet from YouTube, James.
Hello, I'm here also.
How are you doing, James?
I'm doing good. I have push to talk on. I responded, but I forgot to push my button.
I thought so.
Don't worry, the recording caught.
It's
Oh,
it's
man.
all good.
Can't wait to pop open that bottle of wine I got over.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh boy, we have fun here. We have fun. This, of course, is Extra Extra, your weekly gaming news podcast covering the news leading up to Sunday, May 1st, 2022. I thought I changed that, and I did not. And if you like us, you can go to patreon.com/thebriefingroom. Let us get to some news. Alright, so we kind of discussed a little bit of this last week, and there's more to the story now. Sega is delisting the Sonic games that are being released on the Sonic Origins collections. So that would be the digital versions of Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Sonic and Knuckles, and Sonic CD. There's some caveats to that. Sonic 2 will remain on Nintendo Switch Online, and Sega Ages will still be online, and that has Sonic 1 and 2. This is even more controversy after, like I said last week, when we discussed the fact that Sonic Origins is locking most of its features behind paid DLC. Yeah, it's... ugh.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that. They had to know people were gonna immediately point that out.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
You would think,
that's
but they also know that people are gonna buy it anyway, so yeah.
Oh, and
yeah.
something I learned after we recorded, I mentioned that even the Digital Deluxe doesn't have all the features. You still have to get the Fast Dash DLC. I did find out that DLC is only available for pre-order. So if you don't pre-order the game, even with the Digital Deluxe, you'll be missing out on those features forever.
Huh.
So, but yeah.
I guess so technical with it. Why not just have everything in the
Yeah.
game? Like, look at all we have to offer.
Yeah, And here's my other thing. I have yet to see, and every time I point this out, there's been several, I'll name a couple big ones right off the bat, but every time I name off examples of when this doesn't work, people are like, no, it'll work this time. It's never worked. I've never seen it work. You look at Warcraft 3. You look at, most recently, the GTA Remaster Collection. When you take the original version off, the new version is always the inferior version compared to the old version. And I wanted to be excited for this game, but ugh.
It's the pile of polygonal, janky crap that has its charm to it.
Yeah.
You take that away.
You know, it
and
looks like the. Yeah. It looks like there's still a pile of Sonic games there, though.
Yeah, there's a lot of Sonic games in this collection. It's just, even if let's say these are superior versions, what is the problem with having the original versions? Why do these companies insist on taking down the original versions? You can double dip. I don't understand.
Before I got out of high school, they did that huge ROM purge. Like
Yeah.
Paradise and all those just like got tanked. But like those games aren't readily obtainable anymore.
No.
You have to seek them out on like market sites, Etsy, eBay. Go to your local flea market or something and hope you get lucky. But yeah, it just completely removes the access whenever they take those down. I mean, I get they're not getting their money off of their IP,
But here's an argument that I want to just throw out to these companies if they're listening. Companies that are listening, it's very possible that someone who's never played whatever franchise it is before, maybe they play this new version that you made, and maybe they want to see what the old version was like, and then they buy that version. It's crazy. Or fans of the original version who probably already own the original version will be buying the new version. Why can't you just leave it up and double dip? I don't understand.
it does seem like they've been more lenient with it as of late, though. Because after that, it seems like these sites have started to blossom up again.
Yeah.
There's still some specific titles that still get targeted. Seems like I know Metroid is one that became really rough to get a hold of for a while, and that was a really popular speedrun game.
Yeah.
But
I
like the games.
yeah. I don't know. It's just like I said, I have yet to see it work, so that makes me even more nervous about these games. Even more than I already was with the DLC shit.
That movie was pretty good.
The movie was great. I'm wondering actually if maybe there's something going on with the with Sonic / Sega in general, because I didn't include it in today's docket, but PlayStation Plus revealed has revealed a lot of the games that are coming to the platform. And the games, there's like 50 something games that are on the service now that are going to be dropped when they institute this new revamped service. And I would say 20 of them are Sega / Sonic games that are being taken off the platform. So I wonder if Sega's moving to do like a service for themselves or what, but I just don't know. I just don't.
Maybe they see another way to make more money from it somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't see where, but I mean, maybe or trying to treat their product more of a premium product.
Maybe.
Now that Sonic's got his own good movie now.
Yeah, but I mean, the reason people like the original games are unlike, some of the 3D games, which have been a mixed bag. The original games are fairly good.
I'm still caught up on the pre-order part, because like in that kind of sense, where it seems like that'd be something that would be a bit better if it were a multiplayer title. To like show it's like, yeah, I got these features, I got these characters and stuff that I can use because you opted to buy the game sooner. But there's just some little things just for you to use while playing on your own that you can never get again.
Yeah.
It doesn't really, I don't feel like it makes the most amount of sense.
No. But
Yeah, you just make it to where people can buy it anyway.
Yeah.
And make more money.
Would have missed the window will never have the chance to pay that little extra bit. Yeah.
You wouldn't have us talking
We
about
wouldn't
it.
be sitting here complaining.
something I definitely won't be complaining about because I'm very pro preservation in general. Garrett Fredley ended up joining PlayStation as a build engineer for, quote, the new preservation team. He had to say on Twitter, game preservation was my first career passion. It was my first foray into the world of software engineering / DevOps, and into the world that so many are unaware of. I was just a novice then, contributing in whatever way I could, regardless of my inexperience. Now I'm back to it, no longer the novice that I was. And what's noticeable about this is last year, after announcing it would close the PS3, Vita, and PlayStation portable stores, Sony was criticized for being harmful to preservation, as well as having PlayStation 3 games only streamable and not downloadable from PlayStation Plus. They did since overturn, by the way, the PlayStation 3 and Vita stores being closed, but they did close the PlayStation portable store. Which there was 35 online digital versions games that are no longer available now from PSP. Like I said, I've been very pro preservation. We've talked about this a little bit before on the podcast. But back then I mentioned I mentioned a couple things that like are lost media. I'll name another one that, and I cannot remember the name of this, but Cartoon Network used to have like this, it was like an early version essentially of social media now that I'm thinking about it. But like you would sign up for an account and you had like this wall where you could put stickers of Cartoon Network characters, and like some of them had like loops, like GIF loops of like animation. Like there's one of Krillin unleashing the Destructo Disc. They had ones that had like a holographic effect to them, and there'd be promotional ones where they're like, all right, you need to watch Cartoon Network at this time for this episode and enter in the code to get this exclusive like sticker thing. I don't remember what they called it or what this program even was called, but like that's lost to time now.
They've actually brought back something similar to it.
Have they?
Yeah, there's a thing you can go on, like you get a code whenever you watch at certain times, and you can get a little, like a variant of the character from the show that's playing right then.
Yeah.
I don't know quite the application of it, but it's in a similar vein.
I had so many of those sticker things. I was all about it. And like you could scroll through other people's walls and stuff and see the stickers that they have. And you could decorate it. They had changeable backgrounds, so you could have like the Dexter's Laboratory as your background. You could have Namek as your background. You could have the Powerpuff Girls, splash screen.
I can't believe I've never heard of this.
It was awesome. I loved it. It was, 98? Something like that, somewhere in their range. It was fantastic.
Around 2003, it's like that was one of the first game sites that I found. Just playing with the Naruto games on repeat.
Yeah, they had several Flash games that are lost to time too. Another Cartoon Network game I can think of is it's called The Bungalow. That one I remember, and it was basically one of those fetch quest games where they're like, all right, it's very much an old Flash game, and it was like, all right, oh, you can't go to this, you can't go to your vacation bungalow yet because, Dee Dee lost Dexter's key, so you gotta go find it. Oh, well, the key is, the key is down there, but I need, like, a stick with chewing gum. But so now you got to go find a stick, and like it was just a bunch of fetch quests essentially, but it was fun.
And now we don't have any of this anymore. All we have is TikTok.
No, I mean I haven't looked yet. I haven't looked at
and Flash died.
archive.org. So what I'm talking about very well could be on archive.org, but I haven't actually looked at any of that.
Game preservation is really important, and it's definitely smart and good that Sony's finally taking serious note to it, because they haven't really done much in the last 10, 15 years. Like, not making their consoles backwards compatible doesn't help. I mean, these things help your games last longer, like makes your IPs last longer, it creates nostalgia, it creates better fans. It's good all around. And hopefully they can start learning from that. Whatever they decide to do in the future.
What I do love is, I might have told you this joke, Landen, but like, 2020 or whatever, when, the new consoles were being announced or whatever, and, Xbox had Game Pass already, and then they're like, oh yeah, and it's backwards compatible with everything Xbox. And I remember hearing so many PlayStation fanboys going, who cares about backwards compatibility? Who cares about these services? Well, apparently enough people care because PlayStation's actively changing their model to, at least get closer to what Xbox is doing.
I would say that as far as numbers go, the audience is probably not worth the money if you look at just the numbers of the audience who use it, but the prime part is being able to promote that you can do it. People like the ability, the idea of the ability more than they probably will use the ability, but nonetheless, having it is much better than
just having that freedom to go back and revisit titles if you are so inclined.
There has been like a recent pivot to like older games. Like you look at the Crash remakes, the Spyro remakes. Like old is new again now, and like, we're even talking about Sonic Origins. Like those Sonic games are getting close to 40 years old. Like people. It's starting to get on people's radar again, older games, like retro games.
A couple years ago, the Mario All-Stars came out. A game from GameCube, the 64, and...
I got it. Yeah, I have that.
Mario
Sunshine.
That was the other one.
Oh, wait, yeah, no. N64, yeah,
Mario
N64, Sunshine, and...
Yeah, that's what it was.
So many,
yes.
So many people were upset it didn't have Galaxy 2 also.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I never played Galaxy.
I never played that one
so
either.
Much fun.
I probably should, that I own that thing, but I don't know. I played it 64 and I played Sunshine, and I just never got around to playing
so many nights
the one that I never
over
played.
My buddy's house trying to beat Sunshine. It is.
Yeah,
Such a good game. Like, I know that might not be their best gym, but I really
I
enjoy that one.
I've gotten close to beating both 64 and Sunshine, but once it got to the point where, oh, you still need to get, this many stars, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna play another thing. There's some games I'm not willing to do the extra stuff, and Mario games are like, I enjoy them, but I'm not willing to do a lot of the extra stuff to get the extra shines or the extra stars or whatever.
Odyssey was my favorite, man. Like, that was the one that I didn't mind
I
doing
still need to
anything
play it.
extra for. I had a smile. The whole time I played that game was just a big
That's
old
what Kirby Star
smile on my
Allies
face.
was for me. I was having a
Yeah.
blast. It's
Is it
one
the
of
new one? Is it the new one?
newer ones.
Okay.
I did watch like this whole Kirby lore video because like I enjoy Kirby, but like a lot of the lore is kind of hidden behind other things. Apparently Kirby is like a demigod.
Oh yeah. He is a god of destruction. An all-encompassing black hole in a pink, squishy skin.
Yeah, he fights other demigods too. Like that's what most of his villains have been, is other demigods, and they've all broken away from this one god that used to exist. Like, something. The lore is something in Kirby.
I love whenever something's so cute and innocent, and you're like, "Oh, this is awesome!" It's like, I want to know more about this world, and then it's like, "Oh my god!" Then you'll never see it the same way again.
Yeah, Kirby's definitely dark. In fact, actually, I remember reading something that the big bad guy from Super Smash Brothers, the Brawl story, Spaceship Emissary or whatever. The bad guy from that was supposed to be a Kirby bad guy.
I'm trying to remember what that one boss is like. I'd say it's Marks or Max or...
Yeah, Marks.
Is that
yeah.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing was horrifying. I think he is in,
that was not a...
one of the newer Smash Bros.
I-
games.
Yeah.
It's like an
I don't
antagonist.
remember much about, like, I remember Marks being terrifying or whatever, but I believe, if I'm not incorrect, you can correct me, James, if I am wrong, Marks basically was not like a god, but waited for Kirby to collect, like, the Kirby version, essentially, of the Dragon Balls, and stole the wish or whatever. I don't remember the exact, but I remember thinking, this is very Dragon Ball-esque, very anime.
I don't know very much about the lore of the games, but I know him in particular. Like, split in half, and then just like, oh, cool, now there's this giant vortex that's just sucking in everything. Just fucking laughed.
But yeah, hopefully, getting back to the story, Garrett, hopefully Garrett can get the PS3 stuff working too. Like, yeah, I'd love to see some of the older PlayStation games, something done with them. But PlayStation 3 is such a weird one because of the technology they used. PlayStation did not plan very well for the PlayStation 3 generation for future generations. Using, the cell processor or whatever, which makes it very difficult to port games over. They tied your PSN name or your trophies to your PSN name, which then caused them to have to make a workaround when people were asking to be able to change your PSN name, because that would affect your trophies because they're tied into that exact name. Like, they just did not plan. Yeah, they just did not plan the back end very well at all. they didn't plan the PlayStation 5 super well either, with you having to get the PlayStation 5 upgrades to PlayStation 4 games. You have to download the PlayStation 4 games first onto your PS5, and then like it's a whole process. They need to think about the back end a little bit more in the future. Hopefully they do.
Yep, they updated it a little bit where it'll just automatically download both and you just choose one to delete. But still, like, whenever you click the game, it automatically just downloads both versions. Or start downloading both versions. So you can just go in there and cancel one of them. And
the only thing I
just had to do that with my Apex Legends or whatever, which is weird. It's a weird way to do that because with the Xbox, it's just everything is already the best version of itself.
The thing I like about it, though, is you get that second trophy list. So, like, you download it, upgrade, and then the moment you turn on the game, it's like, oh, automatic platinum, 30 seconds.
There's actually a couple games that's done that for me. Apex made me re-earn all the trophies for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only game that's ever had to do that. Which was fine. I was fine to do. They're really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not very many.
Yeah, I can't do that because like I have the PC version of of various games that are available on the Series S/X, but also on the Xbox One, and so I've tried seeing what I could do with that, and it's just like, oh, here's your trophies, or your achievements for Xbox, I guess. But it's like, here's your achievements, you can continue with what you're doing. The other I guess the nice thing is like, you can go to whatever device really easily and just have your save, but I'd like to double dip on my achievements.
I haven't really noticed anything as of late, but I like the jokey kind of achievements. Like Dark Souls, whenever you die once, it's like, you get the achievement, welcome to Dark Souls. But someone goes on to your account, and that's the only achievement you have, you wussed out and just gave up.
Oh, you just got that one and dipped out, huh?
You get an achievement for trying to look up her skirt. So it's like now everyone's gonna know that you were perfect.
Also on Resident Evil 4.
Oh,
Resident Evil 4 was a thing as well. I only know that because I'm replaying it in VR, but whenever you're watching The President's Daughter, you'd look up, there's a whole cutscene about it, where you try to look up her skirt, and she's like, Leon, how dare you?
So,
yeah. The VR version is just, like, I guess they made it to where you try to look up, and because there's trophies in the VR version, I'm trying to get all the trophies. That game is amazing. Try to look up. 1, it's not a trophy. Should have looked. 2, it automatically just will not let you do it, which is probably
that would be difficult to do in VR because, like, if I remember, when you try, like, Leon will then automatically look down, but with VR that would just change the positioning of the
where the headset is looking. Yeah.
So, there's really no way around it.
Yeah, my buddy was, he's, like I said, it's his first experience playing it in VR. He hasn't played the actual game. Well, the original version of the game. But, he was streaming it and was talking about how his wife was watching it whenever he was at that part. So, no, just look away, avert your game.
Oh, no.
He's also, like, terribly phobic of snakes. So,
oh man, God!
He said
it
like
gets me
girl.
Almost every time. I'm nervous to open every box because there might be a snake that jumps at me. Just grab my gun, pa 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 pa, every time.
His wife and his daughter got on the Discord and were cracking up. Like, he freaked the hell out, apparently. I still need to get the game, though. I keep saying that, but I need to do it.
It's one of the better VR games that I've played as far as like single player and what you can do, looking around corners, feel like a badass, being able to equip 2 guns at the same time, and it's one of my favorite games already. So and they just added mercenary
cool.
mode, so it's like got a survival mode now.
More incentive.
Yeah, for free. Kind of makes me immediately want. I know we're going way off the rails with this Resident Evil talk, but I really, as soon as because I'm towards the end, like as soon as I realized it's like one of the better VR things that I played, I was like, I need Resident Evil 5 in VR, I need Resident Evil 6 in VR. Give me, let me rebuy Resident Evil 7. I'll play it on my Oculus. Resident Evil 8 is VR, and just put 8 on there. I don't care.
I need to get 7 again. I feel like that'd be so much better if I could play with my Oculus as opposed to the PlayStation VR, because that was janky. Janky self-feeling.
Yeah. Meta needs to upgrade their store, man. They need more. Yeah, it does feel very limited. They need a lot more in their store.
App Labs that you can go to and get apps from, and it's like, I think I posted that video in here, the battle tactics thing where it's just fighting the goblins. That's from there. Like you just search it in your browser on your Quest, and all it gives you is just like, this is a third-party application. It's like, it's not directly under our store. It's like, acknowledge it, and then you can download it. There's a lot of free stuff on there. Some of them are paid.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, if they ever do add Resident Evil 8, I'll definitely buy VR myself, because I'm the perfect height for Lady D, certain aspects of Lady D.
I don't think I'd get that far in the game. Sorry, Duke. I'm gonna hang around here for a bit.
Just... Oh man, I love there was that mod that they added where your dagger, whatever, your knife is fly swatter, and people are just going behind Lady D and swatting her butt.
Of course. There's also all the lingerie mods. There's a lot of those.
Oh, I don't not believe it. Like, she was such a big thing.
I still think that watching Mark thirst over her was one of my favorite series of his. Like, to the point that he got a custom body pillow of her.
Wow.
He's like, don't tell Amy, don't tell my girlfriend, she doesn't need to know. Shh.
There's a streamer I watch, and he's like, the first thing he does when he sees her is he goes, "Give me a kiss," and he's just holding his hand out, like he's not actually touching the master keyboard. He's just like, "Give me a kiss," and then she kills him, and his girlfriend's like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's great.
Oh, we do still have one more story we should probably get to.
Probably. We have a little bit of a tangent there.
Yeah, I mean, I loved it. We were talking, Landon, about how much we miss your tangents. Yeah.
Tangents? Yeah, which ones?
Well, you can go on new on here in a minute. God of War is still going to be released in 2022. There had been concerns about whether it was going to release this year because there had been no word on the game until this point. But a PlayStation asked animation director Bruce Velasquez about the release date on Twitter, and he confirmed it is coming out this year. Whether Sony's happy about that or not remains to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, they probably don't want anything being completely out and about because they would have said it themselves. But it does probably show what their intentions are as for that game to be this year. If I was a betting man, I say God of War comes out late August, early September. That's my bet. And that would give it a month to 2 months ahead of time for Forspoken to have its own light as well.
Yeah. I mean, they have.
My bet is their problems has got to be with the PS4 version. They've been trying to make this game for next gen probably since like God of War first dropped. Like the game came out in 2018. Dev kits are out there pretty early. Sony knows that they're working on something. They're going to work on the next title. They want it to be a PS5 exclusive. They go through all this editing and making the game for however long. And then they're like, oh, by the way, we need this to work on PS4 as well. We're not selling PS5s very well. So we need you to make sure this is like going to be mass bought on PS4 and on PS5s. And that happened on Horizon Forbidden West, which was a surprise to most people. And from what I hear, it does not play the best on the PS4. A base PS4, I should say, not a Pro.
I miss my Pro.
So I'm sure they're just trying to make that game run smoothly, as it did whenever God of War came out in 2018.
Yeah, it could very well be a hold up if they are pushing for that. Because, I mean, they kind of have to at the moment. Because, again, nobody can get the console. So they're not going to make sales.
Yeah. The chip shortage should slowly start to slow down, but it's getting a little better, but we're not selling, both Xboxes or PlayStations like hotcakes like they want to.
And on the plastic screen at the electronics section, there was a piece of paper taped up that said, for customer safety, for customer and employee safety, we do not carry the PS5 in our store. You'll have to buy it online. This is like, oh my god, what happened?
Yeah, we had.
Enough things happened for them to put that
I don't
up.
know if it mentioned safety, but we have a similar paper where
yeah, nobody actually carries the physical consoles. Which is a bit sad that that's the case for that reason. I mean, people are getting jumped for those. Like, you buy one and leave the store, you're getting... Someone's catching you out in the parking lot.
See, I can almost, I don't agree with that at all. I can almost see that for something as expensive and hard to get as the consoles have been. At least it's not getting shanked for a fucking spicy chicken sandwich like a few years ago with Popeyes or whatever. Remember that?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was maybe late 2019, early 2020. Popeyes released a new spicy chicken sandwich. And people were getting shanked in parking lots for the sandwich.
Yeah, they were out of stock all the time. I remember that. I wanted to try it as well. I wouldn't shank nobody, but
I don't know. I'll throw down over some Popeyes.
I love Popeyes too. I wouldn't do the shanking, but I probably would be the one to get shanked, just knowing my luck. My computer shanks me all the time.
You gotta wolf the sandwich down. You gotta deprive them of the satisfaction.
See, my problem is I would eat it, and then the people that were being told that they were out, I'd walk up to them, and I'd drop the package, in front of them, and just rub my belly.
My dying breath is a gasp for air from that dry, flaky biscuit.
Oh boy. So if you liked, or even if you didn't like this podcast, please be sure to do all of the things, like hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting the bell on youtube.com/XofPlays, or giving it a high rating on whatever podcast service you use, so you can find like-minded people. I did bring it up before, but on patreon.com/thebriefingroom, you can financially support the show and get cool rewards as well. I will be uploading our Patreon content this week to our Patreon. So that's all from us. Take care.